Good afternoon, fellow theme park and travel enthusiasts, and welcome back to the Root of All Theme Parks podcast. My name is Matthew Schroeder, aka Irish Mad Hatter, and joining me today is Disney and Universal travel agent Greg Schroeder with PS Family Vacations. How are you, Greg?
Hey, good evening, Matt. Very, very good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. The week's been great, and then we have a lot of news that's been
We,
breaking, and then
we
just what?
did get a lot of Disney news, yes.
We did that, and then we just got a couple hours ago. I don't know if you saw it. Universal is going to break news on some Epic Universe, more stuff on Epic Universe on the 28th.
Looking forward to that. No, I did not hear about that. All
Yeah,
right, great.
there's a new trailer out that's on the Universal website and all their Instagram and all that, and
hmm
it says 3/28/2024.
Oh,
So
so
it
just a teaser. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's some big news. I'm thinking it might be a announcement of when they might be opening. I don't know.
hmm Well, that'd be the big news we're all waiting to hear, an exact opening date.
Yeah. So, but that I had to put that in there because it did just break a little bit of news, and people are wondering what it is. So that will actually probably be on next week's episode, which will be great.
Excellent, yes.
So we'll
I'm
have
sure
some.
we'll have it on our socials as soon as we hear.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So, but let's dive into the episode today. We're going to talk about the third of the 5 epic universe lands. We're going to do the How to Train Your Dragon, the Isle of Berk. This continues with week 3 of our epic universe contest. After we have discussed the 5th land, the first person who can respond on YouTube in the comments, the order we explained the 5 theme lands, will win a $50 Universal gift card. We also got several very exciting Disney announcements to share today, as we already said. We're going to highlight, maybe we'll touch upon it, the Universal Mardi Gras. It's going to be ending next week. Yeah, the
Yep,
7th.
correct.
So, and then we'll dabble into Epcot's Flower and Garden starting this week. It started last week, a couple weeks ago, on February 28th to May 27th. We'll share some of our theme park dining news, more on 1900 Park Fair info released, including price information in Germany, Biergarten dining review. I'm assuming that's what you went to.
Yep, last weekend.
And then last but not least, we will share some savings for your next vacation. We got some promos for you guys. So let's get started. Before we get started, I want to share that the Root of All Disney is proudly sponsored to you by PS Family Vacations, the dreamers of your next magical getaway. If you'd like to support our content and either not sure where to start your own vacation planning or just don't have the time, please consider benefiting from the experience and enthusiasm of any of the incredible PS Family Vacations travel agents. We know you can book a vacation yourself, however, with the support of an expert and experienced agent, we guarantee you will be more prepared, knowledgeable, and satisfied with your overall trip. Always completely free, so start your theme park, cruise, and all-inclusive resort or European adventure today at psfamilyvacations.com. All right, so we are on land 3 of 5 of Epic Universe, and we are talking How to Train Your Dragon's Isle of the Berk. I am pretty excited for this one. It is, after we spoke about Dark Universe and Celestial Park, this was another one that we were excited about. I think it's going to be one of the, what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to be one of the most favorite ones. So I think we will have some great news to talk about this. Let's just say that immediately entering the portal into this land, which you will be themed to the Isle of Berk after the events of the first film, You will see 2 large statues and a few Viking boats in a lagoon ahead. Permits for the area showed natural gas lines running beneath the lagoon and ending at the statues for a flame effect related to these scenic elements. Ooh, I like that. Flame.
Mm-hmm.
The area is described. First, the themed beacon over the land's entry portal will have a dragon emblem. The land was designed with adventure and exploration in mind. Even upon entering, you can choose whether to go left or right. Oh, see, that's I like. I love like those type of books.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like, choose your adventure.
Yeah, exactly.
Ahead, you will see winding steel roller coaster track zipping under a bridge and cutting through the land's lagoon. On your left will be a large outdoor play area designed for exploring. It's a total of 13.65 acres with a dedicated 1.45 acres expansion pad will be the largest land on opening day. Okay, I like that. That's going to be fun, especially it gives the kids something to do in a kind of like Camp Jurassic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the thematic aspect of this land is just going to be extremely immersive. Taking you to that medieval kind of time frame. It's really going to be exciting. The story going along with this. Yeah.
Yeah, and then let's get into the attractions. The attractions we got is the main roller coaster, rumored to be named Hiccup's Wing Gliders, unconfirmed, manufactured by Intium, I'm assuming.
Intamin.
Intamin, okay. Will feature a dual load platform. The rider appears to start with a launch hill, may contain a second launch somewhere on the back part of the ride as well. Most of the ride appears to take place outdoor, but plans call for a couple moments to take place within a small show building. Okay, I like the idea of the roller coasters now being indoor and outdoor. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it gives a new feel.
It definitely does, yeah. I don't know if this is going to be something like Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure where it's able to slow down and speed up, but yeah, those kind of experiences are great because it gives you another element of excitement, not just speeding along, but yeah, an opportunity to have some animatronics thematically, thrown in for the storyline, gives it a little extra something.
And perfect that you said Hagrid's because that's exactly like Hagrid's. It's outdoor and then there's an indoor,
Hmm.
uh, ride show building. So it's perfect example.
Maybe we'll find out. None of that's been confirmed that it can slow down in those buildings, but it definitely looks like from the construction that there are small buildings that this goes through.
From the pictures I saw, yeah, I think I saw that too. The coaster will travel around the north section of the land, passing below the lagoon's water level and under a bridge, before making its way beneath the play area and under the stands behind the Skyfly rides.
Hmm. Yeah, a lot of these attractions are definitely interplaying with each other. The Skyfly ride has some bleachers standing off to the side watching, so like you can watch your kid on that attraction. But anyway, this roller coaster is actually going underneath those bleachers as you're sitting there. So definitely adding another level of excitement and kinetic energy to the space.
Yeah, and just the way it's described, I think it's going to be fun and interesting. And like you said, it's like it could be compared to Hagrid's motorbike, and I guarantee it's probably going to be just as popular as Hagrid's is.
Hmm. Yep. And they went on to talk about how this will be, as far as the thrill level, somewhat similar to Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. Maybe a little more family friendly, but definitely it seems like it's going to be in that realm, which is great for the age of the customers that are going to be appreciating this land.
Right, and honestly, they need more family coasters, especially
Yeah.
with they made Velocicoaster and Hulk, which is a little bit more extreme. So more family coasters for the whole family to enjoy is something that we really need.
Yeah, and really think about it. The real thrilling coasters that go 0 to 120 in 4 seconds. What's your age bracket for that? You're talking 16 to maybe 30 or something like that. But if you go that family friendly route, you're going to get the younger kids, you're going to get the teenagers, and you're also going to get the adults. So it's really opening yourself up, and especially here in Orlando when you've got we're still the family friendly, theme park capital of the world. So I think it's great that they're realizing who their customer is here. If you need those extreme thrills, Cedar Point up in Ohio is probably your best place for that, or maybe SeaWorld across the street actually from Epic Universe. But yeah, both Universal and Disney know that that's the market here in Orlando is families, and it reaches more people.
And this coaster will not have any upside downs. So that gives you guys, families and all that, knowing that, hey, your kid won't be afraid. I mean, they will be afraid sometimes, but not afraid to go upside down because there won't be any upside down.
Mm-hmm.
The second attraction, wow, there is a lot of attractions in this one land. I think that you are right. This is going to be the one of the second biggest, because I think Celestial Park was the biggest one.
Yeah, that's correct. But this is the largest portal land. Yeah.
Okay. So the second one is Dragon Racers Rally. Skyflyer flat ride uses a lever attached to their seat. A rider can do as many barrel rolls, which I think that's going to be fun, while soaring in a circle as many as they want. It does not also go upside down, but I do like the idea of barrel rolls.
Mm-hmm. Now this one they can choose to go upside down or not due to that lever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is the one that's right next to the bleachers that the coaster is going to fly through. So.
And then we got the attraction 3 is going to be the splash battle style ride called Fire Drill. Oh, Fire Drill. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I read that wrong. A raft ride allowing riders to fire water cannons at targets, other rafters, or any park goers reachable on land. So basically like the Dudley, but instead of being able to shoot them on Dudley, you'll be able to do this ride then.
Mm-hmm. From the vehicle or from the raft, yeah, you're spraying outwards towards different targets along the way or on land for people who are walking by. Yeah, this one's manufactured by Mack Rides, and it's similar to if you've ever been to Dollywood. They've got a river battle ride there as well.
I have not been to Dollywood, but it is a bucket list.
Mm-hmm. That's an awesome theme park as well.
The fourth attraction is a large interactive play area. No details yet for this. Maybe another splash pad or playground, which I could probably see. Who knows? That might be the announcement that we might get is more information about, how to trade Dragon Isle to Burke. So
I would hope it's larger than what the interactive play area is going to be, but yeah, maybe could be part of it.
The attraction number 5. Now, I saw this one. I've seen the videos on the Beijing. Mm-hmm. It's the Untrainable, a How to Train Your Dragon show. Indoor seats 985 seats. Stage show. Currently performed in Universal Studios Beijing since 2001. Combines live actors.
2021.
What did I say?
2001.
Oh my God. You can tell I just got out of work.
That's all
right. Combines live actors, large-scale puppetry, moving set pieces, and screen-based media to tell the story of our favorite dragons. See, I'm excited for that because I've watched the videos, and I'm just amazed at what they did.
Yep, I have too. Yeah, it looks really impressive. Very kind of Broadway style. Maybe even bigger than that, just due to how large the props and puppets are that are used for this show.
And then finally, we have the meet and greet area for number 6 attraction, described as a full set of stables that will feature meet and greet opportunities with the series' human and dragon characters. That is
to have the meet and greets.
That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, we got some dining in here, which I was hoping for. I mean, you think Vikings, you think dragons, you think it's got to be something barbecue, right?
Oh, of course.
So let's see. The main dining is the Great Hall Restaurant. Will recreate the popular meeting place for the residents of Burke. Seats
Mhm.
244 people, and it's an upscale service location outside quick service and pickup restaurant. So I'm assuming, I mean, we don't really have any information as much on that, but I'm going to assume it's a barbecue.
Yeah, I would imagine that. No, they haven't confirmed anything, but yeah, the main restaurant is a sit down restaurant inside, like we said, 244 seats. But then there's also an outdoor quick service pickup restaurant that's separate from the main dining hall. So two different dining options in the land.
And then finally, we got what we all love, shopping. We all love
Of
them
course.
gift shops. We're all going to
Hmm.
get our toothless hats on. Um, Attached to the Great Hall in candy store across from the gift shop. Oh, so we're going to have a gift shop and we're going to have candy. Oh,
Hmm.
just wonderful.
Yep.
So it comes down to our discussion point. Do we think this should have been the largest land? What do you think?
Personally, I think that's really subjective. It just kind of depends on a lot of these of how well do you like these intellectual properties. Personally, it's not my number one, so I might not have made it the largest land. But for the again, very subjective. Probably my favorite one going in here is probably the Harry Potter Ministry of Magic or the Harry Potter um, land. So, but again, for a family, who has young children who really appreciate this intellectual property, maybe it will be the best experience for them. So making it the largest was a good idea. What do you think?
Um, like you said, for families, I could see why it is the largest, but I kind of wish it was more of the Dark Universe was the bigger land, just because. And this is what I heard from a couple people at work today. They said that that land might actually be the sleeper, meaning that everyone's going to want to go there
Hmm.
more than the other lands portals that they're going to go through. And I said, really, more than Super Nintendo? And they said, yeah, because we've seen it in Japan, they've seen it in California. The only difference is that we're going to be getting an added roller coaster. The Dark Universe is something new, but something old, something that they took away and something that they're going to expand upon, and they could expand upon more with with the monsters in that universe that we were talking about in the last episode.
Hmm.
So honestly, I think that could have been a little bit larger.
But
Um,
think about that. It may be, is is Dark Universe going to attract a younger audience? Probably not overall. You know, just the nature of the name of it being Dark Universe, the monsters that are going to be in that land. It's probably not going to be the first thing for 6-year-old Johnny is going to run over to. So it may be more of an adult area, I would imagine.
True, but let's be honest. The most popular land is going to be Harry Potter. Let's just be honest.
Hmm.
So anything with the name Harry Potter on it is always going to be popular.
So, and that's one good thing about this park is they kind of took variety into account. Dark Universal will be great for adults and older children, and you got How to Train Your Dragon, which will be great for the 4 to 12-year-olds. So and then Harry Potter and Super Nintendo World probably in between, all the way up to our age, of course. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think the
Um,
variety was taken into account there really well.
Yeah, so I'll bring this up when we go into Harry Potter, but there is an actress. She played the what is it? The herbologist professor in Harry Potter. She actually came out with something on TikTok the other day, and she said that people who are over the age of 25 need to grow up and need to learn that Harry Potter is for children and
I
not for adults.
disagree.
So I'll get into more into that when we get to the Harry Potter section, but I had to
Yeah.
put that in because it's so fresh in my mind right now. So, but I just wanted to bring that up that she brought that up. So,
hmm Well,
but
coming from a Disney adult, I'm not hurting anybody. That opens up a whole other discussion.
yeah. So, and speaking of now that you're a Disney adult, we can go now that we are really because since we don't have so much information about the Isle of the Burke yet, and maybe that's what the announcement is. Maybe they're going to go into more details on the 28th about what are the more stuff coming to Epic Universe. So
hmm
we'll find out more later. But since you brought up Disney and being the Disney adult like myself, maybe you could bring us into our next segment on the Disney news.
Proud and self-proclaimed. All right, yes, we got 5 big Disney news announcements over the last week. First one that I don't know. I'm probably almost more excited about this than any of the others. Yeah, I think I kind of am. And it's not one of the major announcements. On March 21st, Disney officially announced that a drone show called Dreams That Soar will be coming to Disney Springs this summer. I think this is excellent. I remember Christmas of 2016 coming down before I'd moved back here. They did have a drone show at Disney Springs back then, and it was incredible. It was a holiday show, kind of added something else to the experience of going to Disney Springs.
Now, do they do it over the lagoon?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's part of the legalities of this type of a show is they cannot be used over any area that they could drop on somebody, of course.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's true.
yeah, so Disney Springs is perfect for that. There's the flat parking lot off to the left behind Cirque and House of Blues, where they can have a staging area, and then they just rise up over the lagoon, and anybody from Disney Springs and even beyond, of course, since they're so high up, can easily see the show. So yeah, it was a great experience back then in 2016, and obviously a lot has changed since then, advancing this technology. So I'm really excited to see it again off of videos. Of course, Disneyland Paris is doing the electrical light parade in the sky.
Well, that's what I
Um,
was thinking of.
yeah.
I was like, when I
hmm
heard this, I was like, that is cool because I saw that video, I loved it, and I was
hmm
wondering if it's going to be something like that, like the electrical parade, but now at Disney Springs. Now that I would like to enjoy to watch.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. And actually, so much exact that I hear the reason this came to us is Walt Disney World president saw that electrical sky parade that Paris is doing, and then gave him the idea that he thinks we need that here. And it's interesting how it wasn't really advertised very much. It wasn't even its own press release. It was announced in a blog article along with 4 other smaller, items of news. And but part of it talked about how this is kind of a staging, kind of a test run. Hopefully, this turns into something bigger and eventually comes uh, behind Cinderella's castle at Magic Kingdom, part of a fireworks show, or even better over at Animal Kingdom. I think it'd be perfect over there because all the fireworks restrictions that we have over at Animal Kingdom. So I think drones would be a great addition to any nighttime show over there above the Tree of Life.
Well, I believe they did a drone when they brought back that Rivers of Light show. I believe they did a couple of drones for the show that's now no longer with, there was the Rivers of Light, and then they brought back another show, and then that went, I think it was We Are One, and then that show got canceled, but I think that's the
hmm
one that had the drones in it. It wasn't a lot.
Okay.
I believe there was a couple of drones in there.
Okay. I saw the original Rivers of Light, but I did not see the evolution of that show, so not sure. But all right, going on. Yeah, Dreams That Soar, a new drone show will be coming to Disney Springs this summer, May 24th through September 2nd. So Disney Parks blog is describing this as saying, "You Can Fly" takes on a whole new meaning as we showcase Disney's stories celebrating the joy of flight with state-of-the-art drones choreographed to create designs in the sky and paired with a soaring musical score and memorable movie quotes. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And then moving on to topic two, we did get an opening date for the Communicore Hall. That's going to be June 10th. Um, this will be the final piece of the Celebration Gardens that is still under construction. We've definitely been looking forward to those walls coming down. I heard a joke the other day. Someone say that Walcott is going to be much less Wally by June. See that?
Yeah.
Anyways, so yep, Communicore Hall opening is another exciting addition to Epcot. It's going to be a multi-purpose building specifically built for as the festival center. It's going to include some food kitchens for demonstrations. It's going to have a mixology bar. It's going to have gallery space for Festival of the Arts, and just anything else they want to use it for any of the festivals. So it's been several years now since the Wonders of Life Pavilion has been used as a festival center. And I kind of feel like something's been missing since they closed that. I remember going into that for Flower and Garden, and they had a bunch of plant experts out there, and it was when we first moved back to Orlando. And I remember going up and talking to them about what plants are good in this climate, and just that educational component of not just walking around looking at a topiary. You can go into the festival center and talk to some experts about you know whatever the festival theme is. So looking forward to bringing that back. And then also attached to the Communicore Hall is another outdoor concert venue. They're going to be calling Communicore Plaza. And they've already announced that a new show themed to Encanto will be coming. It's a sing-along entitled Celebration Encanto. Again, that'll also be debuting with the new Communicore Hall on June 10th at this new stage. And then the third function of this building is going to be it's going to be a permanent meet and greet for Mickey and Friends.
Which they needed it.
Yep. There was a Mickey meet and greet in the Communicore West before they tore it down. So great to get that back. All right, and then topic three. We got some more news actually on the Disneyland forward planning. I know we've been talking about this a lot, but it's obviously just a really exciting topic about Disneyland. The idea of Disneyland's resort being able to increase the size of their attractions offering by 50%. But the news was on March 11th, the Anaheim Planning Commission actually approved that proposal that was going to be that Disney placed for them to rezone the parcels of land, to be able to use them as attractions places. So, yep, that's allowing that plan to move forward. The next step in the overall process is to be reviewed and considered by the Anaheim City Council. So, several steps in this. It was approved by the Anaheim Planning Commission, but next it's got to go towards the Anaheim City Council. So stay tuned for that. The next bit of news we just got a few days ago on March 20th, Disney released the name of their 5th new ship and the 3rd in the Triton class series, the Disney Destiny. It's built in the same place that the Dream, Fantasy, and Wish and the Treasure is being built at Meyer Wharf Shipyard in Papenburg, Germany. And the design theme will be heroes and villains. Disney said they're going to be drawing on the legacy of beloved Disney stories, characters, and theme park attractions to forge a cruise vacation that will empower guests to embrace their own calling aboard every unforgettable voyage. So
I saw the video with Minnie Mouse, Captain Minnie, and
with a cape as kind of a Supergirl.
And then they brought back
power of the ship.
They brought back the voice actors of Hades and Hercules for that, so that was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nah, I think this is a great theme. Disney fans have been asking for a villains theme, anything, for years, and I think this is a great opportunity for them to bring that in. Everybody loves the heroes. We celebrate them every day, but to kind of counterbalance that with the villains specifically, I think is a great idea to bring them into this ship. So I'm excited to see how that kind of works into the decor of the ship. As you know, the Disney Treasure coming up is going to be themed around adventure, so it's kind of the palace on the seas compared to the Wish was the castle on the seas. Where they're going to take heroes and villains from a design perspective. What do you think?
I think it's a design, definitely. What I'm more excited for Treasure though
Yeah.
is that Haunted Mansion bar.
Hmm. Oh, me
That's
too.
that's the one thing I'm really excited for, and
Yeah.
if it wasn't so darn expensive to get on it was like $5,000 for, I think it was a 7 night. I think it was.
Yeah. The Disney Treasure is going to be all 7 nights, and they're going to alternate between Western and Eastern cruises. And sidebar, just this afternoon, I'm very excited. I booked my next September 2025. I booked a 7-day Western on the Treasure, so extremely excited about that.
Well, lucky you.
It was 4,500 for two people in a veranda room.
Yeah, it's. I went on the
So
website.
price is subject to change, everybody. So if you contact me and the price is no longer $4,500 for a two-person veranda room, my apologies, but just saying that's what it was today.
It might be cheaper to book with you anyway because it was
Absolutely.
very expensive. Like I said, it was like a little over $5,000 for, and it wasn't even a veranda room. It was, oh my God, I think it was a stateroom, just
Oh,
5,000, and I was like,
yeah. Well,
wow.
it depends on when you sail. Obviously, there's peak times and there's non-peak times. I intentionally scheduled or selected a sailing that was September 6th, so after the kids all go back to school, non-peak time. Had I done it a few weeks before into August or July, yeah, you were talking 5,500. You were talking more.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So eventually
Plus,
I'll get on there.
yep. Oh, but yeah, I'm definitely excited about that.
Well, at least we'll have some good information when you go there next year. So
Yeah,
we'll have some good
exactly.
information.
September 2025. It's not for a little ways off. But keep in mind, yeah, you're always going to get the best prices. Number one, book farthest ahead as you possibly can. You're also going to have the best opportunity to get the first main dining. I just had a client who loved the Disney Wish this past weekend. I got him into Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. I got him into the Royal Gathering. I was able to take care of everything I possibly could for them. Unfortunately, they did not book early enough to get main dining, and waiting until 8:15 was a rough experience. They've been on the wait list and it just didn't happen for them. So it's another reason, especially if you've got families, young kids, the earliest you can book is often the only way you're going to get into that main dining at 5:30. I believe it's 5:30. Um, and definitely, if you book through me, I will talk about this in a little while. I do offer onboard credit, and I'll talk about details on that in a moment.
All right.
The last topic of Disney news we got this week, really exciting. We got some proof that Disney is potentially moving forward, most likely with the Tropical Americas section over at Animal Kingdom. What we got was some permits filed that Disney is building a staging area behind Animal Kingdom, behind Kali River Rapids, actually. These areas typically serve as operational hubs for Disney Imagineering, contractor trailers, people like that who are facilitating these types of large scale construction projects. So again, we really do feel like more than likely this is a sign that the Tropical Americas section is taking shape. And what's interesting is it's looking fairly permanent. They're putting in like a actual paved parking lot for this and spaces for several trailers and actually some spaces for future trailers for expansion. So who knows if they're going to be doing more than just the Tropical America section. But
And
again,
the funny part about it was when they announced this, I think it was 2 days later. I'm going to put it in, if I can get it to download the audio. Um, I think it was a Disney blog. It was one of their TikToks. So, and it was the actual voice actors from the original dinosaur ride.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they did a video where they said, "Hey, just giving you a heads up. She found out about our project about going to the past and all that. They're trying to shut us down. So if you got to get on this ride, you got to get on it quick because we might not be here much longer." And I was like, "Oh my god!" They did voice acting with the dino emblem and everything. So they I don't know if Disney is the one who approved it or not. I
I
will
hadn't heard of
still
that.
I will still put it in there, and
Okay.
I will share the video to you privately. But I will put it in there, and
Okay.
you guys can decide yourself: is it made by Disney or was it made by the actors because of they just loved the ride and they just don't want to see it going.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a good transition. I was going to talk a little bit more detail on the Tropical Americas section. Rumored to be coming to Animal Kingdom. Hopefully, again, we're going to hear more about this in August at the D23 Expo Parks panel. But
which
rumored,
tickets go on sale tomorrow?
they do. That's right. We got to be ready for that.
3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Correct. Yep, got my alert. All right, the major renovations rumored to be coming to Dino Land. Well, first off, it's not going to be called Dino Land anymore. Um, the dinosaur ride is going to be reimagined into the Indiana Jones intellectual property, similar to what they already have and have had for years out at Disneyland. It's the exact same ride system, but it's always been much more popular over there at Disneyland, being Indiana Jones. Here, it's again the exact same ride system, but it's kind of been a snoozer. People walk by. I think it's a great attraction. It's fun. It's got the right amount of thrill to it, but I don't. I'm definitely looking forward to it being turned into Indiana Jones as well. I just think the IP, the concept is much stronger. So we're potentially getting that. Dinorama is also being replaced by an Encanto sea ticket attraction, maybe a dark ride. From the concept art, you saw the facade of the casita, their home. Um, so hopefully and it does say it's a sea ticket attraction, so that should mean it's some kind of a ride. Um, Next, other aesthetic updates are coming to the Dino Land restaurants and shops to embrace the vibrant South American theme. And last, the Boneyard area may be replaced by a Coco themed family attraction. From the concept art, it looks like this is a circular attraction, so to me, it screams a carousel. You can't see much inside of it, but I don't know. Big speculation from me. I'm seeing these carousel ride vehicles as the colorful abritas, the spirit animals from the Mexican
Yes,
pull cart that are highlighted in Coco. Yeah, I think that's what the carousel, horses are going to be themed off of. Personally, no confirmation on that, but we'll see what happens.
I would be very interested to see.
hmm So,
And like I said, we might know in August.
yep, yep. Hopefully, we're going to know a lot in August, and more than what we talk about here. So, which of these five breaking news stories do you think are you most excited about?
So definitely the Animal Kingdom
Mm-hmm.
because it's not a park that I go to. Um, Actually, I haven't been to Animal Kingdom in probably a year now. So I just don't go there.
Mm-hmm.
There's no draw there. I'm not a Pandora fan, so there's no draw for that. The only thing that draws me there is Everest, and I'm just not going there to just ride Everest once and then leave. There's no point
Mm-hmm.
of it for me. So for this, Indiana Jones and Encanto ride, something with Coco. That's gonna draw me in, and it's gonna make me be like, okay, I need to spend some time here, and it's gonna make me want to. And then the other thing would be, I'm very excited for the drone show
Mm-hmm.
because we haven't had, and I believe there's also been rumors, and I heard it from someone who works very close to one of the executives at Disney because after they announced the drone show, um, there was formerly known as Twitter, an
Mm-hmm.
X post about that Walt Disney World is in the works to be making a nighttime parade again.
Yep, I heard that. Yep, Mickey Views, Braden.
So there is a new possible version, maybe new,
Mm-hmm.
of the electrical parade.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep, I just saw his video about that this afternoon. He says it's rumored to be in development. His sources have said it's in development. That doesn't mean it's
yes,
going to be completely greenlit. It's way too soon to say. And again, hopefully we'll find out more at the 23 Expo in August. But yeah,
the thing is, we need it. We need it. I mean, I just noticed that they started moving. They now do, from what I heard, they're doing the parade now over at Disneyland twice now. So,
oh, the magic happens.
yes,
The daytime
so
parade.
they do it
Okay.
during the daytime. But now I've been noticing. I saw that they did the last couple of weeks. They've been doing it also at night.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be interesting to see what they bring with us. And I would hope that they would do an idea of maybe changing the day parade here, because no offense, but the Festival of Fantasy Parade has been around for 12
Mm-hmm.
years.
Yeah.
It needs something. We need a revamp. It was supposed to be based off of New Fantasyland, but New Fantasyland is old now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
About to say.
time to move with the times.
No, I think this is great news. And it's kind of encouraging because over the years we've been hearing that they don't want to do night parades because of the cost, because of the cost, because of the cost. So, no, just the rumor of this, and really hope it comes to fruition because night parades are really something that makes those Magic Kingdom parks. They really do. I remember working Magic Kingdom through Electrical Light Parade, through Spectral Magic, you know, the experience that you get out of watching a nighttime parade, keeping the guests there over later on in the evening, just kind of finishes out the day, I think. And with all those rumors over the years of it just being too expensive, it was kind of at a point where I wondered, are we ever going to get one again? Is this going to be the permanent mentality that they're too expensive and the fireworks, is enough by itself? So yeah, it's really exciting to see even the hatching of a thought that it could come back.
Well, here's the other thing. So we have some news that we might get on our next podcast, because April 1st is the vote for the proxy battle on the Disney board.
That's right. I think it's going on right now, actually, but they have until April 1st to submit their
Well, I
vote.
think
So
April 1st is the shareholder day, so that's when the
correct. Yeah.
shareholders make their vote. So there's going to be some big stuff that's going to be coming to Disney, especially if Iger is voted down, because the new people would like to spend more money.
Yep. Nelson Peltz and what's the other? Jason Rizzulo.
Yeah,
He's been the
supposedly he
CFO.
wants. They both would like to make the board back to the way it was back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
where they rebuild the company and they build more in the parks. And I
Yep.
think that's why Iger was bringing up that $6 billion they wanted to put in the park all those weeks ago, was
Mm-hmm.
because it's a swing move.
$60 billion.
$60 billion. It's a swing move to be like, okay, I'm gonna do that if you vote for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we can get into that next week, depending upon if
Well,
we have news.
Iger's not going to be voted out per se.
No, he won't be voted
Yeah.
out, but it'll be
No,
harder
because
for him to get some things done.
correct. It'll be harder for him to get things done because of disagreements that he has with the two people that are wanting to come in to the board. Yeah, the board and Iger, yeah, are two separate entities, have their own roles, but Iger definitely needs the board to get budgets approved and things like that. Um,
Correct.
so yeah.
So, but I just wanted to put that little tidbit in. We
Mhm.
might have some news on that soon. So that will probably be some big news, because that's going to change the whole course of the whole Disney company.
Yep, yep. Speaking of people that changed the course of the Disney company, to wrap up this Animal Kingdom um, announcement, about the Tropical Americas, I don't know if you saw, Joe Rohde today actually posted on his Instagram that he was walking into the Disney Imagineering building out in California. And of course,
Yes.
everyone was speculating, okay, what's Joe doing back? And soon after that, Disney posted that he is coming back doing some mentoring and some leadership training and for the existing Imagineers. So
Well, he has to. I mean, Animal Kingdom is his child. He has to.
yeah, so that's the question: is he going to come back and support this reimagining of the tropical Americas, or maybe the Avatar land coming to DCA? Total speculation. Is he coming in to mentor, or is he coming in to contribute to projects? We don't know. All we know so far is he's coming in to mentor.
Right.
But at what capacity? He could be, helping the Imagineers who are working on those projects. But it's an exciting prospect because, as we know, Joe brought us so many incredible things over the years during his tenure. And it was unfortunate when we heard he was retiring. You got to respect the guy that, eventually wants to do his own thing after so many years. I remember I was working Alien Encounter Extraterrestrial in Tomorrowland years ago, and Joe Rody came through the turnstiles when I was doing the front spiel. Didn't get to meet him, but I remember welcoming him into Alien Encounter.
That's awesome.
I remember wondering, who's this guy with these huge earrings, pulling his earlobe halfway down his shoulder?
Yeah.
At first, I wasn't too sure who he was, but then after seeing pictures, it was obvious that I recognized, yep, that was Joe Rody that walked right past me.
Well, you have a second discussion yet to end this Disney. It says, if you had to pick a favorite hero and a villain, who would it be that who goes into Destiny, who would go into Disney Destiny in some way?
Mm-hmm. What's my favorite hero? What's my favorite villain?
Yeah.
When it comes to the Disney Destiny, when it comes to the cruise line, I don't know. Probably my favorite hero would be Aladdin. Just obviously he's a hero who will very much represent the Palace on the Seas theme. He comes with integrity, but as far as a villain, I'd have to say Ursula. They could do so much with Ursula on a cruise ship.
Okay.
As a villain.
Well, I think we're going to get Hercules and Hades, so I can't really say those since they were already used in the video. But I would like to see, which is funny because I'm going to say it, Hero and Baymax. That I would like to see. For villain, it's a tough one because we got a bunch of villains, and I try to think about which one I would like.
Mm-hmm. Think of like restaurant venues, if they were themed after characters.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I would say Jafar. Okay. Only because it's a magic. He's got, he's a genie now. Maybe we could get like a genie version of him.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my hero, and that would be my villain.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, I can definitely picture the hyperspace lounge area and the haunted mansion lounge area that's on the Wish and the Treasure. I could see that space being a villain lounge. They've done it before on top of the contemporary Bay Lake Tower, having a villain themed lounge. I think that would be a cool idea for that space.
I like that. Yeah, that would make sense.
All right, moving on to current festivals.
Well, current festivals are Universal's Mardi Gras. The concert series has ended. So, unfortunately, let me just let you know, I have got some reviews back on 2 of them. And that was the Queen Latifah and the DJ Khaled. I'm not going to go too much into it, but the reviews were very, very bad.
Really?
People walked out on both of them.
Really? Wow.
Apparently DJ Khaled didn't play a full song. He would cut it off and then say a famous line of his, and then go to the next song. And then he would go, he was like, another line was, you can't judge us, but Jesus can. And I was like, dude, what's wrong with you? Like,
yeah, you're going to perform some music, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So he was there to perform, and people were walking out. I've actually heard from actual other team members in other departments who said they wasted their night going to this because they wanted to see it, and then they said this was a waste of my time and a
Yeah.
waste of night.
Okay.
Now, I want to hear this, and just in case anybody in the company is listening to me say this, I am not saying that it was a bad decision. I'm just giving the relay of what other people, as in guests and some other team members, have mentioned. It was not as good as the past years. So I'm just saying that maybe next year we do better.
Yeah. And we invite some other people. Yeah.
So, but Mardi Gras still goes on, and that's until April 7th. I have been blacked out at Disney until April 7th, so I'm probably going to go back to Mardi Gras one last time to enjoy some of that Mardi Gras food and the parade, obviously, for the beads. So we got that. So that will be ending on April 7th. Not really going to go much into that since it's basically over, and we're getting into our I do want to let you all know that we are going next month into our Grad Bash and Grad Adventure. So the park is going to be pretty packed of high schoolers and middle schoolers and all that. So plan accordingly. I do have the dates for Grad Bash. I don't have Grad Adventure, but I do have the dates for Grad Bash. And the dates for Grad Bash are going to be on Friday, April 12th, Saturday, April 13th, Friday, April 19th, Saturday, April 20th, and Friday, April 26th. That is going to be the Grad Bash dates. So those are going to be high volume with high schoolers and everything, and they might close the parks early for them. So I did want to just bring that up for everyone to understand going forward.
Mm-hmm.
But you have been to the Epcot International Flower and Garden, so I have not yet. So I'm going to let you take this one.
Yep, I have been. Well, speaking of Epcot and being blocked out, I am as well. I've got the Pirate Pass, so I'm blocked out for a couple more weeks. But I did want to make sure people understand there are other opportunities for experiencing some of the things at Epcot, even when you're blocked out. An example of that, this past Saturday, I had an incredible opportunity to join 9 other friends. We did an Epcot fireworks cruise. Now, this is something part of the Enchanting Extras collection that I encourage anybody coming down here on vacation who wants to try something different. If you've been to the parks and you just want to try something new, I encourage you to check out the Enchanting Extras collection. Or when I ask you about it, I'll be happy to give you a whole list of all the offerings. They do a lot of incredible things up close. Well, not really close, but there's an elephant experience at Animal Kingdom. There's a rhino experience where they take you backstage, and so you can see the elephants from a much closer view than you would when you're in the Kilimanjaro Safari vehicle. But anyway, speaking of the Epcot fireworks cruise, we did this on Saturday night. It is again for up to 10 people, and it starts at $449 plus tax. That might sound like a lot, but again, you take $449, you divide it by 10 people, it's not that much for what you get. So yeah, we had a great time. We went to the Dolphin first, had dinner at Rosa Mexicano, a relatively new restaurant there at the Dolphin, only been open about a year. And after that, took the friendship boat over to the yacht club, picked up the pontoon boat, and they took us on a cruise. Had an amazing skipper. John did a great job. Took us over to Hollywood Studios and brought us back over towards Epcot. And then he was really good. He knew exactly when to pull into Epcot because the pontoon boats, I don't know if you saw, they come in to the Epcot Lagoon underneath the France England bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then park right there, and you couldn't get any closer to be able to experience the show from sitting down in a comfortable seat there on the pontoon boat. They provide snacks and drinks. Yeah, I invited a bunch of friends to join us, and the first thing they said was, "I don't have passes." Don't worry about that. You don't need to have park admission for this. So they were really excited about that. So anyway, just want to throw that plug in there just in case people aren't aware of the Enchanting Extras collection and that being one of the offerings that is a really exciting addition for to celebrate an anniversary, a birthday, if your family or friends are here in town. But all right,
I'd be interested in going to that.
yeah, it's incredible. Yeah. So yeah, moving on to Epcot International Flower and Garden again going on right now from February 28th to May 27th. Um, the Garden Rocks lineup highlights coming up in April. They have a different show every night, so I won't go through the entire lineup, but I'll highlight the more notable ones. Warner Sisters, we're going to be performing May 31st to April 1st. Jody Messina is going to be performing April 12th through the 13th. And Starship featuring Mickey Thomas will be performing April 26th through the 27th. So again, that's not the entire lineup. It's extremely long. We'll put that in the show notes, or take a look, or just search Epcot Garden Rocks lineup, and you'll see all of them there. Again, don't forget about the Garden Rocks dining packages if you're here. It's a great opportunity for a prefix price, depending on the restaurant and the level of the restaurant. It's between $50 to $99 per adult, much less for children, of course. But you get a prefix menu of an appetizer, entree, and dessert for that cost. So they have lunch times and dinner times, and it also gives you a guaranteed priority seating for the show, which is a great thing. A lot of these shows, especially the more popular ones, unless you get there, if you go and quote the standby line, unless you get there early and sometimes wait in a long line, you're not going to get a seat. But doing these dining packages, it will guarantee you a priority seat for the show. So, and that's another great reason to go with a travel agent like myself, because we can help you get those hard to get dining reservations, including these dining packages. Sometimes they're hard to get, but I can set up alerts to be notified when they become available and snag them for you. So another thing that you don't need to worry about when you book with a travel agent. All right, moving on. Speaking of dining opportunities, coming up, we have the 1900 Park Fair, which again we've talked about in the past, reopening on April 10th. Reservations are open now for that. I've got some good news. I think I shared with you, Matt. I was able to get a dinner reservation for April 10th on opening day. So we're at least going to be there for dinner on that opening day. I also have a reservation for breakfast the following morning. We may or may not make that. We'll talk about it. But I'm excited to go there on opening day and check it out, to the new offerings and the new characters.
Yeah, I did get that message earlier today. Yes, yep. I did.
All right, good. For full menu descriptions, I invite you to tune into last week's podcast of the Root of All Theme Parks. We covered all the dining menus, both breakfast and dinner, in great detail. So check that out. But what we did get to know this past week was Disney did release the pricing information. Breakfast will be $54 for adults and $34 for children 3 to 9. Doing a little bit of research, that's up from $45 and $29 from before the closure in 2020. So for breakfast there, dinner is now $66 for adults and $41 for children, and that's up from $60 for adults and $39 for children. And that's still just one credit with the Disney dining plan, so they didn't change that, thankfully. Again, if you have questions about the Disney dining plan or how that works, I'd be happy to help anyone out there if you'd like to reach out to me. Hours for breakfast is going to be from 8 a.m. to noon, and hours for dinner will be 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. And again, as we previously mentioned, the characters announced that are going to be there are Aladdin as Prince Ali, Cinderella, Mirabelle, and Tiana in her adventurer wear. So, since we did talk about the menu last week, Matt, what do you think? Do you think the $9 increase for adults for breakfast and $6 increase for adults for dinner will be justified by the new characters, the new menu, and hopefully we haven't seen any pictures, but I'm hoping there's going to be some updated decor inside. So
For dinner, I don't know if they need to increase that. For breakfast, I could see why, because it's character dining. Character dining is always more
yeah.
expensive. But for dinner, I don't know why. I just don't feel like they should have raised it. I think it was still good the way it was.
hmm
So, I mean, $66 is pretty
hmm
steep.
It is. It is. Yeah, up from 60. So you think people are going to notice the $6? I guess that's probably the wrong question. Are they going to notice the $66? You know.
I mean, I would.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not just about the $6. It's about that they charged 60 before, right? Um, so that's a more fair question. So yeah, anyway, we'll find out. We're gonna experience it, and we'll let you guys know if we, after we rank it, if we feel the value for the money is there.
Right. We'll definitely do that.
hmm
Now, you went to the beer garden, like we said earlier. How was that?
Yep.
Because I haven't been there yet. I've been thinking about it, but now that you went, maybe you give me a reason to go.
Oh, you've never done the German beer garden?
I have not.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. Well, like I said, last Saturday night I did the fireworks cruise. The previous Friday night I did the German beer garden. Um, a friend of mine used to work there, so he wanted to eat there, and which I'm totally fine with. Yeah, it's one of my favorite sit-down restaurants there in Germany. Um, I love any of those restaurants that look like you're outside, but yet you're inside, at night, kind of like the Dia at the Plaza de los Amigos at the Mexican Pavilion, or the Blue Dragon restaurant at Epic Universe is going to be. This is like that. It looks like you're in an outdoor courtyard inside of a German village, and there's an amphitheater in front of you where they actually play some traditional live German folk music while you're eating. So, not only do you get a great atmosphere of the restaurant, but you also have entertainment too. So again, I usually rate these on atmosphere, service, food, and value. For atmosphere, I definitely give it a 5, just because again, when you walk in there, you're taken to a different place. Really feel like you're being taken to Germany. So atmosphere, definitely gave it a 5 out of 5. Service, I gave it a 3 out of 5. The waitress was friendly. She didn't do anything wrong, but we hardly ever saw her. And I don't know if that's due to low staffing. Maybe it wasn't her fault, or maybe it's just due to the fact that it's a buffet. They come in, they take your drink order, and the rest of the time, you don't really need too much interaction with your waiter or waitress, because when you're ready to grab more, you just go back up to the buffet, and you grab another plate. And she did a good job of taking our used plates. So again, maybe that's why we didn't see her very much, just because it's a buffet, the nature of that kind of a restaurant. But yeah, so it didn't hurt, that she wasn't around, but it didn't help either. I didn't walk out of there thinking the service was great, and that's a reason I need to go back. The food, I'd still give that a 4 out of 5. It's a very hearty, meat forward meal, meat and potatoes and sauerkraut, things like that. Remember when I actually went to Germany several years ago, my mother-in-law, one of the least favorite things of going to Germany was, just how hearty all those meals were. She makes a joke out of it every day now that all they serve is pork knuckle over there. But I guess it's from, in the winter over there, it gets really cold, and, they rely on going in and having a real hot, hearty meal, to warm themselves up. And my last name's Schroeder. I tend to like that kind of food. I don't know why.
Well, we're
So
both Schroeder, so.
exactly. So, so do you agree? Do you like those kind of real hearty meals?
Well, my great grandmother was German, and
Uh-huh.
she spoke English and German, so I was used to it as a child, so I've been used to it. It's my
hmm
thing.
Yeah, exactly. And neither one of us are 100 pounds or so.
No.
Um, so we enjoy our food. So, all right. So my personal favorites on the menu was the meatballs, just seasoned really well, and the braised beef. You could tell had been braised for a while. The flavor was really there. So Food 4 out of 5. Last I'd give the value a 4 out of 5. Same prices for lunch and dinner, which interesting, but I think the reason for that is you still get the same buffet, you get the same entertainment, whether it's lunch or dinner. So yeah, that's why they don't differentiate the cost between lunch and dinner. It's 49 for adults and 27 for dinner. I'm sorry, for children. And don't forget, you can get an annual pass holder discount there, and I think they also give a Chase Visa discount there too. So
That's nice.
if any of you have a Disney Chase Visa, you can definitely use that. So yeah, it's not an inexpensive meal, but for Disney prices and the food quality being as good as it is, and the entertainment and the atmosphere being so incredible, I think you get a lot out of it for the value. I call it a 4 out of 5. So again, total brings that to 16 out of 20. So we're starting to rate those against other restaurants that we've been to.
Not bad.
So definitely a go-to if you're walking around the World Showcase, and it's sometimes it does have walk-up opportunities. Want to make sure all of you know this. You know, you can go into the My Disney Experience app even if you don't have reservations, and there's an opportunity in there to check the walk-up list. And frequently I've gone by and they have had walk-up opportunities there. Sometimes you even find them for some of the more popular ones. Chef Mickey's I've seen it for. So yeah, don't forget that there is that option if you're at Disney World and you don't have dining reservations. Check out the walk-up list wherever you're at.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there was a walk up, which was shocking, like 2 weeks ago for Cinderella's royal table.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 6 month in advance. Yeah.
But for me, I was like, me and my friend were like, should we get it? I'm like, yeah, but I'm not paying $200 up front. Because you still got to pay that $200 up front.
Yep.
So I'm like, it's great that it was on a walk up. And I think it was because that night it was just, the park was completely dead. So, but yeah, it was a walk up, but then when it said you still got to pay the $200, I'm like, yeah, no thanks. I don't have $200 to spare at this moment.
Yeah.
Even if it's $100 per person.
Exactly. No, that one's definitely, I have to make sure my clients get that months in advance. More than anything. Yeah. As soon as those go on sale, I need to grab them, or use my alert system to be able to capture them as people cancel. But all right.
Well, speaking of your clients, what can we give more clients some information on promos?
We definitely can. Disney did give a lot of. First off, Disney did release 3 new ticket offers to save money. So for everybody, now again, these are ticket only. This has nothing to do with any vacation packages with resorts or dining plans, anything like that. Ticket only. For everyone, they can take advantage of a 3-day, 3-park ticket. These are valid April 2nd through September 24th this year. Again, they were 3-park tickets, which means they are only good at Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. All right, but the thing that you get out of this is they're only $89 a day. I'm sure if you've priced tickets lately, you're not going to find them for $89 a day. So this is an opportunity to be able to do that. If Magic Kingdom is not top on your priority list, then this is a good option for you to be able to experience Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom for $89 a day. These are date-based tickets, so the prices can vary, but they start at $89. And again, being date-based tickets, no park reservations are required. Now, the next one for everybody, there is a 4-day, 4-park Magic ticket. Now, this one will include Magic Kingdom, so that's the biggest perk on this offer, is you get all 4 parks, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom, from $99 a day. Again, these are also date-based tickets, so prices can vary, but they start at $99 a day. These are similar dates, valid April 2nd through September 22nd. And again, being date-based tickets, no park reservations are required. So,
that's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. So also for Florida residents, they gave the Discover Disney 4-day ticket. Now, this is a great price of $59 a day for Florida residents. These are valid April 2nd through September 28th, 2024. These are not date-based tickets, which means park reservations will be required. So again, for non-Florida residents, you can get $89 tickets to 3 parks for $99 per day. Again, these are per day, excuse me. So if it's a 4-day, 4-park, $99 a day, it's going to be $400 plus tax. And then for Florida residents, you can do all 4 parks for $59 a day. So yeah, great prices there. Moving on to the Disney Cruise Line. Now, this is not a promo, but I did want to share Disney recently over the last week. As of March 22nd, they released all of their summer 2025 and forward itineraries. Like I said, I was able to snag a Disney Treasure reservation for September, so definitely looking forward to that since they've released those availabilities. Again, as a general rule, the best prices you're going to find are when you book as far out in advance as possible and look for those non-peak times, and I can definitely help you out with that. But I do actually have a Disney Cruise Line promo that I want to offer that's actually a personal one that I offer just specifically to my clients. I offer up to $500 of onboard credit just for booking with me. Now, the amount of that credit depends on the cost of your cruise fare. So, for example, if a cruise fare is between $1,000 and $2,000, you'll get $50 onboard credit. If your cruise fare is between $2,000 and $3,000, you'll get $100 of onboard credit, and so on. Every $1,000 increment that you go up from 1, 2, 3, 4, and that goes up $50 each time. So that can go up to $500. So, yep, for anybody who books any Disney Cruise Line dates with me, I make sure that they do have that onboard credit so they can spend that money first before they spend their own. So if you have any questions on that, please feel free to reach out. And then the only Disney World promo that's still going on is for this spring and summer. For most days, March 25th through July 7th, they're still doing their 30% off stays 5 days or longer. So finally, again, this is not a comprehensive list of current promos from all of our suppliers. It would take too long. So the best way to learn what offers are best for you is if you could reach out to me at greg@psfamilyvacations.com, or you can reach me on social media, Facebook at PS Family Vacations by Greg, or you can reach out to me by phone, 407-545-6836, 407-545-6836, and with a few questions to ask, your how many are in your group, or what time, when you're going to travel, what your priorities are, I can find the best promos for you. And again, remember for Walt Disney World, your $200 deposits are fully refundable up to 30 days before your trip. And the same thing with Disney Cruise Line. All of those deposits are fully refundable up until your final payment. So again, for those of you who might have a fear of commitment and worrying if your plans might change, that's okay. But it's still a great idea to get that deposit in so that way you could lock in your price so it won't go up. And you're also confirming your room and your price. For example, like the All-Star Music, they have only a small selection of family suites that have 2 bathrooms. Everybody loves getting those, but there's not very many. So that's an example of a great opportunity that if they're available, put your deposit down, and a couple months from now, if you've got to cancel it, it happens. Life happens. But hopefully you don't need to cancel, and you are able to secure that room, and no one else is going to get it from you, and you'll be able to take advantage of it. So, yep. And also, I wanted to share another personal promo that I'm offering everybody right now. For any Walt Disney World vacation packages that you book between now and April 15th, I would actually like to pay your deposit for you. Now, how that's going to work is you'll put your $200 deposit down, but then on your check-in day, I will send you a $200 virtual Disney gift card. So it's going to refund your deposit. So.
Oh, see, that's cool. I like that. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So generous of you.
I just love helping out my clients. I do, and I don't want them to have that, that reservation of, I'm nervous to put down my deposit. Anything I can do to take that away. I want you guys to experience the the things that Disney World or the Disney Cruise Line has to offer. That makes my day when clients come back like they did this afternoon, sent me a bunch of pictures, meeting the princesses and experiencing the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, seeing them experience all that and what it meant to them and the memories that they created. I just want parents to be able to have that in their reach. Anything I can do. So, um, so yeah, if you're interested in either the Disney Cruise Line, you want to get that onboard credit, reach out to me. Or if you're thinking about your Disney vacation package, I'd like to refund your $200 deposit. And again, the way that'll work is on your check-in day, I'll send you that $200 virtual Disney gift card. So a lot of great promos going on. It's definitely an incredible time to visit Orlando. So reach out to me.
And yeah, let them know where they can reach you.
6836.
Say that one more time.
407-545-6836.
There you go. I wanted to hear. I like when when you get promos on commercials and they say it twice, just so they know you. Don't forget.
Yeah.
But hey, thank you for those wonderful promos, and I think we are at the end. And let's just wrap this up. Well, before we wrap it up, I actually just want to remind you that the Root of All Theme Parks is proudly sponsored to you by PS Family Vacations, the dreamers of your next magical getaway. If you'd like to support our content and either not sure where to start your own vacation planning or just don't have the time, please consider benefiting from the experience and enthusiasm of any of the incredible PS Family Vacations travel agents. We know you can book a vacation yourself. However, with the support of an experienced agent, we guarantee you'll be more prepared, knowledgeable, and satisfied with your overall trip. Always completely free. So start your theme park, cruise, all-inclusive resort, or European adventure today at psfamilyvacations.com. Well, that will do it for today. We'd like to thank you for listening and ask what you think about it, what you thought of the content, what we covered today. We'd like to hear some of your thoughts. Next week, we are going to go into some more Epcot Flower and Garden. If we have any new news, I know that we are still blacked out, so we might not have as much news. The
way things are going, we're getting more and more news from Disney every day, it seems like. So hopefully we'll have more to share.
Yeah, I agree. And then we plan to have more food reviews, hopefully from the festival, depending upon how it comes out, if we can do it or not. So thank you again, but don't forget, over the next few weeks, we are running that Epic Universe giveaway related to over the next 5 weeks, next 5 podcasts. After we explain all the 5 announced themed lands, we'll share an email address for you to tell us the order in which they will be discussed, or you could just put it on the YouTube channel in the comments.
The YouTube channel, yeah.
And then one random lucky winner will receive a $50 gift card. So we have that. And then next week should be interesting. You and I haven't decided which one we are going to do yet. So you guys need to tune in next week and you'll find out, because we only got 2 lands up. But either we'll decide Harry Potter or Super Mario. So we haven't decided yet. So for you guys, it would be best for you to tune in and see which one we chose. So I hope you all have a great week. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Root of All Theme Parks. Now, I usually do say TikTok, but I don't know what's going to happen with TikTok with the ban that's going to be coming soon. So you can still follow me on TikTok at The Root of All Theme Parks, but for right now, it's best if you follow me on YouTube. That way you can still get the content that you need from me. So this has been a great week. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good day. I hope to hear from you all. I hope to see you all tuning in next week. Greg, great day. Awesome podcast. I hope you have a wonderful night.
Sure has been. Hope you have a great week. And you too, you everybody as well.